What's up, boys? We're back with some more Spell Brigade and the big update 11. We're going to be doing a full OK Boomerang build today. There's a new augmentation for it that causes it to do a complete extra rotation once it returns to you. So you can sort of double the number of hits, but it'll be kind of away from enemies since it will be targeting the enemy closest to you, and then on the return it will go on the opposite side of that. So it might be kind of hard to get good value out of that unless you're completely surrounded, which will happen eventually, but it'll probably take a while to build up to that. And then in addition to that, I also want to stack a lot of cast speed, and what was the other one? I think there's like a weapon range upgrade you can get for it as well. So I want to have a ton of boomerangs that fly extremely far, and then they just keep going back and forth from the augmentations, and that sounds kind of funny. So that's what we're going for today. I don't think there's anything super important. I want to go for the elemental infusions. I'll probably take luck if that's available. Seems to make a pretty big difference. I do like having at least one ice. The freezing effect seems extremely useful. And then I feel like lightning is always a good combination for almost anything, just adding in the chain lightning to apply the other elemental effects and a much wider AoE is usually pretty nice. There's supposed to be an entirely new boss as well, but I still haven't seen him. It's supposed to be random. Maybe he can't appear on this map. But I've seen the same boss like 6 or 7 times now. Armor's decent. There's an item that can give you a bunch of damage from that, but it also lowers your movement speed. And I usually take that without having a ton of movement speed, and I always regret it, but I'm going to try and get some decent movement speed if we ever see it, just in case. There's a lot more items available in the multiplayer. There's a bunch of stuff related to reviving other players or gaining stats based on how many times you revive them. And you can actually get like some pretty good crit damage or I think global damage based on that. Boomerang levels. Not really seeing a lot of cast speed or range unfortunately, but it is what it is. So we're going to take a bunch of damage and try to find the extra pass thing, I think. Here we go, makes an additional pass in the opposite direction. So you actually want to make sure that you personally revive your teammates as fast as possible, so that if you get any of those items, you get the full value out of them. So good job maximizing my damage if I find any of those items. Keep it up. Ooh, range. Yup. Nice cast speed into our first infusion. These are probably my least favorite ones. Maybe fire plus lightning to get plasma could be interesting, I suppose. Cast speeds. Oh yeah, this guy with the boomerang start actually gets the infusions a bit earlier as well, so that's nice. This guy thinks he's the banana man, but wait until late game. I'm gonna have so many bananas flying around. And then we'll see who is the real banana man. Yup. Try and get them on both sides so that we can get value out of the extra pass. Blue XP, sure. That'll help us sort of pass and then get into the like range and cast speed a bit faster. Nice cast speed, yup. Ooh, a revive. Yeah, I guess I'll just take the level there. Should have our first item soon as well. I think it's about 1/3 for each of them. And we already have 2 revives for anything that scales off of those. It should show the... oh, there it is. I thought if someone started working on it and it was like remotely close to you, it would reveal it, but I guess not. Ooh, range. Luck. Oh yeah, we can actually get multiple copies of the extra pass thing, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, an additional pass. I'm not sure the maximum copies you can have of that. I've had up to 2 before on a spell that I wasn't really focusing. So this is matching what I've done at my best before. Range, sure. there's a revive up there. Oh, I was too late actually. Oh yeah, our item is definitely on the map somewhere now. Oh, someone just grabbed it. Okay. The leech thing is insanely good. This is the armor thing I mentioned. I think this is probably like the best in slot item overall. It just gives so much survivability. And then if everything's fairly low, we'll take luck to improve that later on. I do need to work on my crit chance a little bit to go with the leech thing though. Cast speed gets us our last infusion here. Wildfire. More afterburn over a longer period of time. I think I like the plasma. Burning chain lightning sounds cool here. Probably would have rather had an ice instead of fire, but oh well. With 4 people, it's most likely that at least one person will have some of it, and then you'll be able to get some of the effects while you're playing together as a team. Yeah, that guy's minerals have the slowing, it looks like. I actually kind of want to have stuff on either side so we can get the value out of the extra passes if I can manage it. And not get myself killed. Pretty nice damage. Yeah, like right here is really good. Let's toss a reroll there. It's even worse. Let's go a bit of movement speed. I don't have any of that yet. And it's just plain spell damage over there. Range. Yeah, I do want a ton of that. Purple base damage. Sure. Ew. Base damage. Wish I had some more rerolls, but it takes so long to get the meta progression in this game. I've had like multiple runs onto the hardest difficulty, doing like 2 bosses on infinite mode, and it gets you like half of an upgrade, I think. It's crazy. Cast speed, sure. I kind of just ran into them. I hope I have enough movement speeds. I'm gonna toss a reroll, see if we can get more of the passes. Ooh, another one. Okay, thankfully I didn't lose a life for that, but it was pretty close. And then we'll go... I'm actually not sure if those stack additively or multiplicatively. Probably additive, so we'll just take the range here, I think. survive. Big luck. Yup. 26 luck. Nice movements. Spell range. Oh, one thing I actually need to see is how the augmentation that causes them to linger at the furthest point works here. We'll go cast speed here. If it applies for every single pass of the boomerang, like it flies out, lingers, comes back to you, passes again, and then lingers over there each time, that would actually be potentially insane now that I think about it. Yeah, if I see that on like the first set of choices, I should definitely try that out. Another big movement speed. I'll go to XP so we can look for more cast speed and range. I'll take a bit of spell damage so it doesn't fall too far behind. Nice damage there. But cast speed... yeah, we do need to scale up the infusions a bit with the burning. Damage or armor. So we didn't actually see the other one. Although that actually sounds interesting. That should work with the extra passes, since it will have a furthest point on either side, right? And then that'll go nicely with the leeching artifact, which is dependent on critting. I'm assuming that's better. item should be up by now. Although it's also getting very hard to move as well. I hate when that spawns like so close to you. Like as you're close to the wall of the map, you just get so little time to dodge that thing. Okay, someone grabbed it, so that can only be 2 times ever. I think we've gotten 4 or 5 revives, so that should be pretty solid. 45, okay, so 4 up to 85. That's why we maximize revive, since it's retroactive. Nice cast speeds. Crit chance, yup. Nice cast speeds. Decent base damage. Another one. I guess you have to go to the escape screen to see the exact stats on it. Like its current cast time, which you can't really do in multiplayer since there's no pause for that. I guess you could do it here if you really wanted to, but I don't really want to make my team wait on me, so I'm not gonna stay on that. But you can see the current spell size and cast time there if you really wanted it. Yeah, we don't have a ton of that. Mainly the augmentation we just got. Do some range here. Bit of spell damage. Nice spell range. I don't know the exact numbers on those. I'll just do some spell range since we can also occasionally get cast speed from the global upgrade as well. And I think range is only on the spell level up itself. Cast speed. Murder them all before they get in. Oh, the new boss! We finally found him! So he sucks in, which you can run against if you have pretty high movement speed, it seems like. Not going to find out what happens if you get swallowed. Probably nothing good. Bit more movements. It's like some sort of frontal spin attack as well. Oh, there's something chasing me out. Do some more range since we got a ton of cast speed recently. That's a pretty strong suck. I have a lot of movement speed. That guy just got blasted by something, but we have even more damage now. Speed here, that'll probably be more healing than a regen with the leech thing. Ooh, crit damage for every revive, so that is 207, 417, not bad. And that's why you keep up on the teammate revives. Oh, what is happening? I'm assuming we go to the center or we die. Was not expecting that all of a sudden. Try and get some okay boomers on top of them during that. Range. I can like cheese him behind a wall with my super long range boomerangs. Those imps really aren't doing a ton considering how many of them there are. Like he's literally covered in a swarm of imps and he's not even taking that much damage. Cast speeds. Oh, circle's getting smaller and he's pushing us out now. Okay. damage stats, thank you. It's very hard to move right now. Ow. Big damage. This gets pretty hectic when you're in such a small arena, wow. I wonder if there's more of those like poison pillars depending on how many teammates you have, because that seems kind of crazy if you were solo. Like if you just had like 7 of those chasing you at the same time. I guess it depends if they can stack up or not. Okay, so we can try that out now and see how it works with the extra passes. Oh yeah, it does work on each pass. Okay, that's really cool then. And then that actually should combine with the previous one where it deals critical damage at the furthest point as well. Okay. So I think that combo is going to be best in slot for the boomerangs when you're getting a ton of passes on them then. Ooh, is that a revive over there? Or did we have a lever? I think he died and then left. Thought I saw a revive icon somewhere. Boomerangs are almost off-screen. They kind of are at certain angles. Like they probably go off-screen directly above or below me, but not quite to the diagonals yet. Need some more crit chance. Oh god, what's happening with the lag there? XP. Is it the massive imps over there? Oh my god, my FPS. What is happening? Alright, you guys go lag that area. I'll just chill over here with my FPS being fine. Ooh, a revive. If I can get to him. It's actually kind of hard to move right now. Nice crit chance. It's kind of hard to tell, like, exactly where I and the enemies are when there's, like, 10 or 20 of those directly on top of me. So it looks like this is actually the only augment left because we have one there. Well, guess we have to then. of armor to go with our leech, I suppose. More damage stats, thank you. Oh, it didn't update with it open. Okay. 522 crit damage. With a guaranteed crit at the furthest points. Actually, kind of a crazy run with the items, I think. We got the double revive damage things, and we got a ton of value out of them, actually. And then we got the best survivability thing with the leeching one. Toss him some crit boomerangs at long range over here. Well, you can see how strong the leeching artifact is at this point. I can actually just pull those behind me and just one-shot the statues. Range, I suppose. Try and get the off-screen on the diagonals. Range. Spell damage. Try and pull them away from him a little bit, so I'll have time to get that off. Even more damage. Although we might be surrounded now. And it's hard to see with how many spell effects both of us have. Even more range. I guess if we get another level up, I should take a quick look at the stats and the escape screen. Oh, he died again. Since we're probably going to lose the run soon. We're out of revives. So we're at 1.13 size, 2.4 a second cast speed, 16.59 range. Then we'll go here. Oh, I actually can't even res him. Unless we regen one, I think. $557 crit damage, 180 global. Spell range. It doesn't even do anything at this point, but it's funny. Spell range. So I'll try to get in position. Oh, he actually is alive. How to cast speed? Was it like just showing the icon? Even though he didn't die or something? It's really hard to see with all of these spell effects now. I think we're okay on that now. I'll get a bit of spell damage since that's one of my weaker stats on it. I imagine we're going off screen even diagonally now. Speed. I think we're close to the end of the run, so I don't really need a ton of XP and luck now. And then for augments, all we have is this stuff. Armor would technically help me get further with the leech, but cast speed's cooler. Damage. Nice crit chance. Yeah, luck really seems to make a pretty big difference in this game, I feel like. I'll get a little bit of dodge. Starting to take a decent number of hits now. How are we gonna hunt down the golden crab here? I guess it's not really a huge difference now that all of the actual spell augmentations are gone. Just a decent stat roll, I suppose. Crit chance. Okay, it looks like he's on the crab and it looks like he died. Looks like there's a giant wall of enemies here. I don't think that really does anything. Spell damage probably does more of the leech artifacts. Nice cast speeds. My damage stats off of him. Oh, you can actually reroll these with health. Ah, I guess so. We can leech it back. Big cast speed. So now we're definitely getting close to the end of the run. 627 and 220 there. Purple crits. 58, 627 crit stats, not bad. Extremely hard to see with all of the spell effects everywhere. Also kind of laggy FPS wise. Legendary crits. Jesus. I think this is the most ridiculous run I've had in this game so far. Speed. None of these really matter too much. I'm just gonna do some cast speed. spell damage. I guess so. Base damage. I didn't see how much damage that did because I instantly healed a full, but I'm sure they're almost one-shotting me. Probably crit chance here. Cast speeds. Big cast speed. I think we probably just end it after this next boss if we make it that far. It's getting extremely laggy. Cast speed. I wonder, is it the same boss in every run? Big cast speed. Oh, he died somewhere. Thanks for the damage stats, sucker. That might be better. I have so much of both, I'm not even sure, to be honest. Trying to like pull the return boomerangs through him so we get extra passes through him. I guess so. That's a pretty awkward spot for me to try and go for that. I guess we want to pull him back over into this imp swarm if possible. Spell damage. Probably spell damage. Chance. Big damage. Just chill on some rocks, I don't even have to move. Oh. I got blown into that guy in one shot. Maybe I do have to move. I don't really have anywhere to go here. Uh-oh. Well, we almost had it, but there were a lot of enemies there. 274 million plasma boomerangs. Not bad. Oh, it doesn't show our other people. I guess they left quite a while ago. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.